Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening. It's your girl, Shay Miller, right? And I'm back with another audio for this podcast. And today, empowering you, we're going to talk about how some people learn the lessons that life is out to teach them, while others go in life repeating the same mistakes over and over again, never learning the things that they're supposed to or moving forward in life. So it's a lot of people, and it's not to generalize people, because I'm not saying people can't change. I'm just saying some people choose to allow themselves to defeat themselves because their minds are not strong enough to create a sort of discipline to make the better choices that they need to do in their life so that they can move forward and not do those same behaviors or make the same mistakes. So you're either somebody who learns the lessons that you're intended to learn. That's what life's for. That's why you go through a lot of things in life. That's why you experience a lot of things early on, childhood, all that stuff in your relationships, failed relationships, different things like that. When you experience things in your life that doesn't work out, those things are all intended for you to learn from so that you can gain a lesson, so you can learn something about yourself, become better, become greater. I mean, I'm not saying you should take full accountability if it requires a relationship or something like that. You should only take accountability for the things that you weren't doing or you could have done more of, or the things that you overly done, or the mistakes you actually made. You can only take accountability on your part. And that's the biggest thing with growth, is accountability and acknowledgement. And when you miss taking that accountability and acknowledgement, you never see the fruit of any prosperity in your life. You never get to a new place in your life where you actually grow and flourish and see the things that you want to see, because to grow, it requires a lot of sacrifice. It requires a lot of endurance. It requires a lot of pain. The pain of growth doesn't come often for some people. And some people suffer from enduring the same things over and over again. And I would prefer to have to experience something new from growing than have to repeat the same thing over and over again, simply because I hate doing the same things. I think growth is amazing. It's a new way of seeing life. You can see yourself in a different light if you can really see your faults and your mistakes and the things that you're doing. It's doing the internal work on self. It's looking deeper within, really seeking out what's wrong with self and working on those things and saying, hey, well, I know I have an addiction. I know I'm strung out on drugs. I know I'm this. And I know my body is going to resist when I slowly stop and break away from it. I know it's going to be painful to endure this, but it's worth it if I can become free of it. I don't believe that any decision or choice or mistakes that we make should be repeated. But in the same sense, it's kind of like the drug addict or person who is chasing that high or sexual high. They're seeking for that first high that they got when they first felt doing it, when they first experienced it. And they're chasing a high that they can never receive again. You can only receive this high one time. Constantly chasing after something that can never be repeated, it's impossible, right? So that's really what happens to people who make certain decisions, whether they're drug addicts or people who make mistakes in their relationships or any of that. People get stuck in their habits, get stuck in their ways, and have certain behaviors from past experience that they have not actually fixed or worked on or took the time to look in within themselves to really see what was wrong and how they can improve and where these behaviors come from and how they were triggered. It's a lot of people who go in life without changing, and that's because they're always stuck in their own way. They believe their way is better than becoming. And some people believe that, they don't want to fight against themselves. They don't want to fight against the resistance. They don't want to fight against the struggle of self. And that requires a strong mindset. And I totally get it. If you don't have a strong mental, you allow everything about you, your emotions, your feelings, your anger, everything with life. When things happen, you allow those things to control you. And you don't have a strong mindset, it will waver you. It will make you unstable. It will make you unsafe. It will make life harder for you because you're not grounded. You're not disciplined, and your like foundation that is broken. You want a solid foundation, built on a firm belief, a firm system, a firm doing. When it comes to growth and learning, you have to be that person who's willing to take accountability, take the acknowledgement, and work on it. And then figure out what it's going to take and really identify the things that's going on with you. And if you're somebody who loves learning like me, loves to grow, love being the best me I could be, I don't want to be who I once was. I'm 26 now. I don't want to be who I was when I was 20. I don't want to be who I was when I was 18 and 15 because that person who I was then, she was an amazing person. She was just growing. But it's not the person that can prepare for the day that I have today. That's who I was before isn't prepared for today. It was. I mean, she possibly could handle it, but the level of growth that I'm at now prepares me for the hardships that I go through now. And then what I experience today is going to prepare me for my tomorrow and my next week and my next month. And as we grow as people, we keep enduring the days, and as our ages change, as we experience, mature, and grow, and really learn from the lessons of our lives, right? And I repeat them constantly. As we take on and take heed and really apply these things, we can have a more fruitful and abundant life. And not many people want that. And not many people want a fruitful and abundant life. But I do. I personally want a fruitful and abundant life with prosperity, the financial freedom. I want to live the best happy life I can live. But it is a choice, and it does require discipline and sacrifice.